What is up, everybody? This is Mark the Mike, and this is another Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Link. I'm Mark the Mike, I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And again, we always have a lot of wrestling to cover, but first we have our wrestling retrospect, and the pick was. It was your pick, right? Scott Steiner, the Big Papa Pump years.
Holla! If you hear me. Oh no, no alarms went by.
Yeah, right? The one time.
He's not chilling out here. Okay. All right. I see you. Let me look. So I got a it was hard to choose.
Yeah.
Very difficult. So the ones I got, first one, it is Big Papa Pump versus Mike Awesome
Okay. This is WCW.
in an in WCW
Okay.
in an ambulance match. So that should be fun. It says it's from Thunder 5/17/2000.
Okay.
Do you remember this match?
Vaguely. I
Okay,
know it
then
happened.
that's good. It's good that you barely remember the match because it's not worth remembering. This is this is not good. It's not good. Um the so the story is Mike Awesome, he was going towards, I believe, a pay-per-view,
Yeah.
and he had already quote unquote ended Canyon's career by putting him in the hospital.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Um, and his next opponent was supposed to be DDP, right?
Okay.
But he had come to the ring, challenged people, and lo and behold, Scott Steiner came out and said, "You better be careful who you challenge in the back, cause I'm back there." And then he and his freaks come to the ring. Um, he you get like 2 minutes of wrestling before the WCW 2000 the 2000ness takes over. Um, some nice suplexes and slams from Scott Steiner, right?
Yeah.
And then it just goes to it just shits the bed. Um, so Scott Steiner was also having a feud. It said with Rick and Tank Abbott,
Oh God.
and Tank Abbott was using Goldberg's entrance to mess with him.
Yeah, cause he,
So
I think Steiner was like calling out Goldberg, and I think Goldberg was gone at that time.
okay, so that's what it is, but it just looks
Tank
terrible.
Abbott was
Tank
terrible.
Abbott does not have a Goldberg shape. I mean, I get it; he's a big dude, powerful dude and whatnot, but it's mad bootleg. And then they get to the ring, and here's where the real WCW this comes in. 2000 this comes in. Apparently, Goldberg shows up in the Goldberg monster truck,
Yeah.
doesn't do anything except rev the engine, and then Rick Steiner and Tank Abbott jump on the hood, and and Goldberg backs up, and then that's it. They disappear,
Yeah.
and then that's it. Mike Awesome gets scared of Goldberg and gets in the ambulance,
Yeah.
and that causes him to lose the match. What? WCW. What?
WCW had a lot of issues.
It's terrible. The beat down on the ramp because they try to three against one him, and it's just Big Papa Pump just refusing to go down
Yeah.
until like they have to just take him down for the spot for the two guys to jump. Like it's so bad. You could tell everything is badly timed. Oh my god, this might be the best match. Please watch this. It's terrible.
I got one that it was more of a promo off, but then it just led into Scott Steiner just beating the shit out of him, which he was the U.S. champ at the time. This is Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner versus Ernest the Cat Miller.
Yes,
And
sir.
there was just a lot of shit talking about his questionable ladies that came out with Scott Steiner. And Ernest the Cat had a whole bunch of bodyguards with him, but they didn't help. He just got his ass whooped, and then Steiner recliner, and the match was over. But there was a lot of shit talking, so there you go.
So the next one I picked, uh, so I think there was a challenge series going on at the time where Papa Pump would fight two people.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if he did it more than once. This might have been the first one,
yeah,
but I think I remember him doing it more than once. So this match is 9/14/98, Big Papa Pump versus Norman Smiley and Silver King. So I feel bad for Norman Smiley right here. It's terrible. Um, so this is NWO era,
yeah.
Hollywood era. So he comes out with that thing, but that also means he has the court jester. Excuse me, the court jester, Buff Bagwell. So technically, it ends up being not a handicap match because Buff is like constantly outside interfering,
Yeah.
and then they don't get any offense. He just beats the shit out of two men. He does this cool thing where he power bombs one on top of the other. I think he did the double underhook he did and just
Yeah.
dropped Norman Smiley on the other guy, and then stacks them up and Steiner recliners them both.
There
And the entire time, Buff is just buffing
you
everything.
go. Okay.
He puts his hat on the muscle on Big Papa Pump's arm and it sits there. It's peak buff, peak buff. Oh my god, the
Okay.
best of the worst.
The
So
best of the. um, what was my next match? Here we goes. I did this one. This was Scott Steiner's debut on Monday Night Raw. This was November 18th, 2002, and he just jobbed the shit out of Christian Jericho and beat the shit out of him with the tightest pants on that he didn't have like movement whatsoever in his legs, as in he had he couldn't get upright to do anything. It
oh
was
yeah,
hilarious, but the chainmail stood on throughout the whole time.
damn.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right.
It's impressive. He jobbed the shit out of both of them. Suplexed the shit out, and then powerbombed Jericho, and then did push-ups, and then power bomb like did the other double underhook powerbomb, and then he pinned him. That was the match.
That's okay. Um, so here we go back to 2000s WCW. Gotta preface it like that so you know where we are and what to expect. This one is let's see, 6/05, 2000. Scott Steiner with Madeja and Shakira, not that Shakira, versus Vampiro.
Okay.
So this one, it has the time length of a regular match.
Okay.
Maybe you get maybe about 6 minutes of wrestling. It's 2 minutes and then mostly brawling on the outside.
Okay.
Uh, they brawl outside and then Papa Pump puts Vampiro part of the way through the announce table, like it cracks in the middle and the monitors slide, but it doesn't break. Um, it looks so bad. It looks so bad. And then so Vampiro gets back up and then gets into the swing of things and actually gets some offense on. And they're just using chairs willy nilly, just smacking each other in the head. Not as hard, but they still like doing the light tap on the head. A little harder than Hogan, if you remember.
Yeah.
um, and then the girl Madeja jumps into save Papa Pump because he's starting to lose, and Vampiro has a blowtorch and gas. So I don't know if that was his thing because I think that was specifically his feud with Sting, where he started bringing that to the ring,
Yeah.
and then he starts chasing her up the ramp because at this point they have a ramp,
Yeah.
kind of like AEW has sometimes.
Okay.
Um, and so it turns into a horror movie where she's got no shoes on, and she's tripped up and she's sliding up the ramp because she can't walk for some reason. She can't run. And he's about to literally light her on fire. And then Sting comes and saves her. He drives Vampiro back in the ring, to which he gets clunked and then put in the Steiner recliner, excuse me. And all the while, Sting is just standing there happy as hell. It's again what was going on in WCW in 2000.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Think
You
the
would think Big Papa Pump doesn't need to be saved by Sting, but if you want to set one of his freaks on fire, I mean,
yeah.
Sting is the guy to save you. So there you go.
I wanted a good match in this list.
I don't know if you're gonna find that.
Because I couldn't find shit. And then I was like, who's the good go tos that will actually have a decent match for people? And I thought about Sting and I thought about Booker T. So I'm gonna go with this one, and this was actually a surprising fun match, but it was only 11 minutes, and then like WCW, there's everyone and their mother jump in the match afterwards. But you got Scott Steiner versus Sting, WCW Thunder, April 23rd, 1998. This was the beginning of the Big Papa Pump character. Um, very good back and forth. Very good. Sting giving him some shine as a heel, but also doing his babyface thing. Them listening to the crowd, getting those chants going for Sting, and then having the big blowout in the end. Sting wins this match, but he wins it by DQ because everyone and their mother and then NWO came in and tried to jump Sting, and then I think it was the regular people, Luger, Macho, tried to save and shit. No, not Macho, Luger and then Booker T and shit was trying to save. There you go. Try to find a good match. There's not many.
You might have wanted to look at Impact for a good match.
I was trying to look at Impact too, and then I watched like 3 of his matches, and they were not good. Even the one with Samoa Joe was not that good, and it was not Joe's fault either.
Mm-mm.
All right, we go to the weekend wrestling. We kick off with the Judgment Day on Monday Night Raw. We got back and forth with the Judgment Day. We got Cody Rhodes and a lot of talk back and forth, and Jey Uso as well. And lineup going into a match with Jey Uso and Damian Priest later on that night.
I would just like to say I appreciate Jay Uso still keeping it Usi,
Yes.
but he was not able. Remember, he was not able to save Cody
No, he wasn't. He was busy
because they
talking to Rhea.
attacked him. They attacked him before all of that. Took that ankle out in the beginning. Well,
He did
when they
this.
came out, they took the ankle.
Like
You know?
this is the same exact what happened. Man, the reason why he did not help Cody. It's the same reason why when Jeff Hardy was running in to save Matt, and he had to do his little dance before he got there. He was busy talking to Rhea. He was busy with Rhea.
He was hypnotized.
Yeah, he didn't even try to run. He did not. Come on.
Nope.
He had to do his little dance before he got to the ring.
Hmm.
Dude was dying. And got to do the dance. Fucked up. We got Alpha Academy versus the New Day. I actually really enjoyed this match. I thought it was great in every single which way. Just tag team wrestling. It was a lot of fun. The New Day win.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised because Alpha Academy has been on the upswing, but
Yep.
I could say so has New Day. But remember, they have been individually wrestling.
Yeah.
Kofi with his little series with Ivar.
Yeah.
So
Oh, and shout outs to like that trailer for Ivar.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Because I know
I like
Eric is going to be out for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to
That's
kind of focus
unfortunate.
singles competition with Ivar. I'm fine with that. Yo,
Shout out.
put Bronson Reed, Gunther, and Ivar in a match. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
I just wanted to say shout outs to Woodsy for doing the reverse worm,
Yes,
for even trying to attempt that. That was awesome.
but I dug it, and I actually dug their backstage stuff in as well, so it was fun.
Hmm.
You got NXT Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Indy Hartwell. I thought that was solid.
Yeah, it was a solid match. I like Indy's aggression in the beginning of the match, trying to let you know she meant business,
Yeah,
but she got outdone by
yeah,
the man,
yep, yep,
straight up in a clean match. So I'm glad she got some time. You know what I mean? It wasn't
yeah,
the longest match, but it was at least 10 minutes though. It's good. Although I am curious, like you said about Candace,
yeah,
like why she in the back all the time.
yeah. I like to see her wrestle if she's not hurt, so I would like to see. Well, Becky kind of lost the title, but I still want to see her fight. But I would
True.
like to see Becky and Candice if they get a chance,
Hmm.
if she's healthy. We got some backstage stuff. Rhea Ripley confronted the Seth Rollins champion, said they could be a great team. She just joins the Judgment Day. He just laughed at her face. um, Lara Valkyrie was also sitting backstage, and they with for the title defense. Also, yeah, Xia Li attack Candice LeRae. There you go. She did attack Candice LeRae, so there you go.
Hmm.
You got the contract signing for the Fatal Five Way at Crown Jewel of Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler, and the Women's Champ Rhea Ripley. Um, it was
They
chaotic.
had to do it special.
Yep, yep,
They had to change it, make them come out one at a time and sign a contract. There was no table in the ring
yes,
because we know what happens.
yeah. You remember? You remember Nia Jax's past with tables? Poor
This is true.
CJ Perry. That's why she's in AEW.
This is true.
She got away.
Oh, don't blame Nia Jax for that.
No, I blame Nia Jax for keep throwing her through a table.
Oh,
She's like, yeah, I'm tired
oh,
of this shit. Them tables
this
hurt.
is I mean that is kind of true.
Like I'm staying
That's
home.
true.
If I stay home, she can't hit me through a table.
And
I'm not
Nia
saying that
was
she's injured her or anything like that.
no. Nia was actually pretty funny because she was doing the do you understand saying the promo clearly for everybody and then acting
Yeah,
like Raquel is stupid
yeah,
because they're in Texas. That's what you do.
yeah. Texas are stupid.
So people are.
Everyone
I'm
knows
just
that.
saying, to give her a little credit because she's changed it up now. So she's being more of a like realistic
Yeah,
asshole instead of like a scripted one. You know,
yeah.
which is
I'm
better.
actually
Um.
liking Nia's promos. I think she's coming off like natural. She doesn't sound like she's saying lines. She's kind of
Hmm.
feeling the crowd and saying what she wants to feel the crowd with. So yeah, I'm cool with
That's
that.
true. So then the girls act up. They start throwing knees at each other,
Yep,
and Rhea's just chilling.
yep. As she should.
She's just chilling. So
Um,
hopefully the match is very good.
yeah,
Also, I like that if you remember, the fans captured like the gif of her hyping them up,
yeah,
and that was hilarious.
yep, yep.
And they started saying "Let them fight," and she's standing in the middle saying "Let them fight." Pretty good.
You got Johnny Gargano versus Giovanni Vinci. Solid match. Chuck Gargano wins.
Yes, sir. And remember last week when I said what happened to him? Champa
Yep.
to his aid because they tried to get him.
Yeah. I still say we need his old theme back. I do not like the new theme, and I think the crowd doesn't like it either.
I agree as well, but they're not paying that money. That was
Uh,
one of those owned ones, so they're not paying that money.
they could easily. They did it for a couple other people. Get back the
I
old
know.
theme.
I kn-
Just
I think
yeah,
I'll just be honest with you. I think maybe those people probably requested that
yeah,
and maybe even paid or are paying money for it
yeah,
because they are still owned by the the actual artists.
yeah.
But like, yeah, the good Johnny theme is one of
Or
those.
or hurry up and go to the DIY one.
That's true.
Yeah, just
That's
go
true
back
because
to the
that was an
DIY
old
one.
one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was an
So
old one.
yeah, so I'm just like saying like I just feel like the beat of the song doesn't go well the way it used to, and I think when you
Hmm.
heard that shit, you were really pumped up. Or go back to the Way theme. I liked that theme.
They don't have a reason for that yet,
Yeah,
but that would be good
exactly. I liked
if
it the
they
way.
if they they try it,
Yeah,
which I think they should.
yeah, yeah. Logan Paul returned to Monday Night Raw, and Dominic hangs out with him.
Uh oh. See, this is what you don't want because this is setting up the future for Dom to just be unstoppable.
Yeah,
If you set him up with being in a team with Logan Paul,
yeah.
because it's just all you're gonna hear is just booze all day,
You're gonna get shit.
just booze. That's it.
We got, and then he started um talking smack to Samantha Irving. Ricochet came out and protected his lady. That was good. It worked.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
And I like,
Ricochet didn't forget.
yeah, and I like Ricochet. Always like I like to get some time for Ricochet.
Hmm.
All right, Natalia and Nikki Cross versus Piper Nivens and Chelsea Green. Green and Nivens
This is
win.
this is not the first time that Nikki has been disinterested in helping somebody.
She's tired of it.
She's done it before, where they tried to make her tag and she just walked away.
She misses her Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, she. I mean,
But
she
but
misses
you
her.
also
She
gotta
misses her friend
realize,
Candace.
you also gotta realize her last two tag team partners got beat her ass too.
That is true. Damn, Rhea
Alexa
really
trained
messed her
him.
up.
Rhea messed her up. Then she was trying to get cool with Candace, and Candace didn't want nothing to do with her.
Yeah,
Andy
Candace thought she was
Hartwell's in the
weird,
way. She might have to take her out.
but I I think she still misses Candace, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with Nikki, cause
Um,
she left Natty high and dry.
we got Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Really good match.
Yes, sir. That could have been a main event on any show.
Yep, I agree. Very good physicality. They both went at it, and again, I like seeing Zayn in this pinpoint. But Rhea Ripley appeared and fucked shit up. That evil woman.
Yep. But I see. I like the way that almost everybody is either being involved in the storyline of the Judgment Day
Yeah,
and the Bloodline in some small way.
yeah.
And there's still the mystery of what's going on with her and Drew. What did they talk about? And
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know
It's
what's
money.
going to happen with Cody
It's money being
and
paid
what's
to
going to happen
people.
with Seth. You know what I mean? It's a lot of little strings all coming from the Judgment Day.
Yeah,
So
good stuff. We go to Akira Tozawa, thinking he big and goes against the big boy, Bronson Reed.
he thinks he's nasty. Yes, sir.
Tozawa, you did this to yourself, boy.
He's too good for his own good.
Yeah,
He should still be a generic ninja, but he's too charismatic, even when he's just making a deadpan face. So he got himself into more trouble.
yep. And then after the match, they made him do some workouts with the Dallas Cowboy belt.
Hmm. And that's where you saw him do the nasty shuffle.
um, what else we got? And then the main event was Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. I thought the match was really great. Priest wins. Um, you had Judgment Day come interfere. Rhodes comes out. That's gonna be a match at Crown Jewel as well.
Yes, sir. That kind of popped off at the beginning of the show,
Yeah.
and then it set up for the end, and so now we have a clear road to that match.
Yep.
No pun intended. But also you got Cody hopping out with the one leg. So
Yep.
we'll see what happens. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
he's
they
got what?
they did the chair thing to his leg. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so that's why he hopped out there with one leg.
They should have did the finish the job. They did it again. They should have never let him walk. I'm just saying.
That's true.
Y'all be trying to murder people, and then y'all don't do the full thing, and then y'all get bit in the ass by it. So I just should just take him out.
That is true. That
Look,
is true.
look at Miro. He's capturing them and then letting them like, oh, we're gonna fight next week though.
Catch and release. Oh,
Monday Night Raw, what you give it?
Monday Night Raw. I think I'm gonna give it a minus. I think just some things could have been a little different.
Okay.
I I wasn't exactly feeling what happened with Nikki
Oh,
Cross. I
okay.
don't really feel like that really added to anything, but we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
Um, and not for nothing. Look. I know we like laughing at Cesaro, but I still would like it if the man could show his talents. Like, come on, man.
Well, he stole
Like
the
he's
cup.
the new R Truth. Like
Yeah.
it's that's kind of where he is right now.
That should be a tag too.
Wasn't it a tag team? You sure they didn't tag at least once?
Well, they were trying to take the belt from each other, so I don't
Oh
think they
yeah,
were a
that's
tag team.
right. I forgot about that.
The 24/7 title, but I like what they're doing with Tozawa again. Yeah, like why are you stepping up to Bronson Reed? Everybody.
No, he should be able to fight. I'm just all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well,
Poor
we'll
guy.
find out in NXT because he's still the Heritage Cup. So what's going on there?
At least he's busy.
Yeah, I'll go A. I go A because I actually feel like the storylines are all going kind of flowing, and I feel like there's a lot of things going on, especially with the women's division, the women's tag division. Everything has something going on for it. So I'm cool with it. So I'll stick with A. I thought the matches were solid too. We go to Halloween Havoc Night 1 on NXT. We kick off with the Devil's Playground. Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James. I said it right this time.
Yes, sir. Mm.
I I liked the match. I thought it was aggressive. That knot in her head, that looked fucking mean. But
Mhm.
again,
Mhm.
I don't like. Again, you're making me not like her finisher more and more. And
This is true.
but I thought they did a good. I thought they did a good job for what they had.
I like how how they use the environment and some of the stuff, which I think that's what you got to do. Like when they use the swing set, I like how Kiana James got knocked on the slide and the slide broke.
Yeah,
Um, just a little back and forth with the silly stuff they had at the ringside
yeah,
because it is Halloween Havoc and that's the whole point. Um, do I think the right person won? Sure,
yeah,
sure. I don't mind Roxanne winning.
yep. With her
So let's
little
see where
Freddy
it
Krueger
goes.
gear.
Mm-hmm.
We got the debut of Lexus King, Mr. Daddy's Issues.
Is that what they called him when he drove the car off the lot? The Lexus kid? All right.
Lexus King.
Poor Dante Chin. He's he's becoming the new Aaliyah.
There you go. He has like 10 theme songs and jobs every match.
See, I wait. What happened to Boa? Did they let him
Um,
go?
I think he was part of the releases.
Because I think they could really get it back together, even if they don't want to go right back to Tian Sha. They could kind of they had something going, and if they put the three of them, because they where's Wendy Chu? Is she gone?
Minnie
No,
Chu?
right?
Oh, she's been injured. She should be coming
Oh,
back
okay,
soon though.
okay. But anyway, it's just I feel like them having nothing for him kind of hurts him. But anyway, he's still on TV, so there you go.
Yeah, and he got his
And he
ass
got
kicked.
beat up by the Lexus King.
Yep. Swinging DT as a finisher. I think I like his look. I'll see where
Yeah,
it goes. His
that's
promo's
a
been
big boy.
fine. Yeah.
That's a big boy.
Let's see how he does when he actually starts getting like people in that level of NXT, like a guy like Carmelo Hayes and shit like that, and see what they do with there.
I yeah, I think he'll do fine though,
Yeah,
because remember he did get to fight like the Bucks and Kenny and stuff
yeah,
in tag matches with good Griff.
yeah.
Like he had
Jericho Jr.
opportunities. It's just they never capitalized on those two guys at all. And
Yeah,
now Griff is constantly getting his ass beat on whatever show he's on.
Baby Jericho. Should be just a
Yeah, Baby
storyline of
Jericho.
his long lost
That
son.
is a guy that Jericho should grab up and mentor, and that should be it.
That's
Forget Sammy.
it'd be his baby daddy.
Yeah, forget
My
Sammy.
son, my long lost son. Vic Joseph questions Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams' injury. Melo was forced to challenge Ilya Dragunov.
He
Then
wasn't trying to hear that.
yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You did have a Shawn Michaels barbershop jacket on when
Some smart fans
Trick
did.
hurt.
They did. They did find some footage
Yeah,
that opened a lot of people's eyes, and
yeah.
it was of Wesley
Wrestling would be interesting too.
eavesdropping
Yeah,
eavesdropping on their conversation
yeah,
before this happened. Like I think the week before this happened, when they were chilling in the back,
yeah,
and so that could be an interesting wrinkle.
yeah. I'm just saying. He had a Shawn Michaels jacket. And he put Mario Jannetty through the window. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, shout outs to Shantae and Scarlett's costumes. They're fucking cool. The
Yes,
pinhead one
yes,
was dope. The
there are
Cyber
nice
Citizen.
changes,
Yeah.
changes throughout the show. They had the she was pin. I know Shotzi was a pinhead. Whatchamacallit was a vampire. Somebody tried to make fun of her.
Yeah.
And then they had the twins from I think The Shining,
Yes.
which is
Ever
pretty good.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, it was his.
I
Yeah, it was
think
the
she
shit.
was the bride of Chucky when she was Ever
Yeah,
Scissorhands.
yes, yes,
Okay. So, cool. Shout outs to them. Yeah, it was cool costumes.
yeah.
Women's. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think that was part of. I think that that part of the show should be comedic for taking the time with the host like that.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Women breakout tournament. Kaylee Jordan versus Ariana Grace.
Um, I think nobody gave Ariana Grace the message. She did not have a costume.
Yeah.
At least Kalani Jordan had a spider theme
Yeah.
outfit. So
Spider
I
Gwen.
think that's why she won.
Yes.
I think that's why she won.
Yeah.
They were like, well, she wore a Halloween costume. She has to win.
Yeah.
Um, the match was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Again, they didn't do too much. They didn't do too much, so it wasn't anything either way to be like, oh, they need work, whatever. No, it was just a short and sweet match.
Yep.
And Kalani advances.
Yep. Yep. NXT Tag Team Champions. You got the Family versus Chase U, and surprise, surprise, Chase U is the new NXT Tag Team Champions. And this was a great match.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They were rocking and rolling. They had the crowd with them. Um, yeah, I I see nothing but an upside on Chase U.
Yep.
They're both really, really good. Um, surprised to see again JC Jane still out there with them.
Yeah.
She tried to do her dirt, but it did not backfire this time. Usually it backfires.
Yep.
So
New champions. Chase
new
U.
champions, Chase U.
Lights out match. You have Blair Davenport versus Gigi Dolan. Not every
This
match
one was
could be
all right.
great.
It was simple. Yeah, it was simple, but it wasn't. I don't. This match didn't feel that impactful. And maybe it's because you couldn't exactly see see the impact 100% of the weapons they were using. Maybe.
Yeah, I that was my I was gripe. Like it should have been a lights out match because it looked like they barely could knew where the fuck they were at points. It's not gonna be not every match is gonna be a gem. This was not one of their best ones.
No, I think they thought the visual of Gigi's orange hair and the
Yeah,
black light would have popped more, but it didn't.
yeah,
Because again, when you do the black light, you're supposed to wear certain colors,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That was kind of the whole point of the pitch black match.
yeah. And she has some
Was
green hair
that
too.
she had some green on her outfit, but it didn't pop like the
Yeah,
neon was supposed to. So. It was
Yeah.
it wasn't bad, but it for what it was trying to be, it wasn't like oh my goodness.
Nah,
It was
I will say not everyone hit. Not every match hit, and this was one of them.
hmm
Um, you got Nathan Frazier challenging Dirty Dom to the North American Championship match at Halloween Havoc Night 2.
I mean, I guess he's the number one contender, right?
Yep. Baron Corbin declares Carmelo Hayes stealing his opportunity. Shout outs to Baron Corbin if you're listening to Chris Van Vliet. We probably talk about it later on today. That was a great interview. Um,
Gotcha, gotcha.
we got women's breakouts tournament Lola Vice with Electra Lopez versus Carmen Provoke. I can't see her name.
Petrovic. hmm
Petrovic. There you go. Again,
Yep.
not every match is gonna hit, and this was another one that just did not hit for me.
I thought it was all right. Again, I guess the right person won because the other girl, she's got some work to
Yeah,
go through. I mean, again, so does Lola, but I think Lola Vice is gonna win? Nah, I don't think she's gonna win.
nah, I think the other one is.
I think Kalani's probably gonna take it.
Yeah, but after that, seeing that viral video, Lola, there's a big chance she might win. I'm just saying,
No,
she be kicking
I don't,
things
I
and
don't know,
doing other
but I do
things.
know she's like I said, they do look good, so
Yeah.
them just needs time. That's what.
This was actually a really strong. This was women heavy on NXT. Like there was a lot. I think all the matches besides the tag team match was a women's match.
hmm
Yeah, go ladies. And Lexis King. Those are the only two male matches. The rest of them were female matches.
hmm
Dominated female matches. Great job. Like I don't mind that. I didn't even notice that until now. NXT Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyrie, and this is what made the show well worth it because this match was fantastic. Probably one of the best women's matches that we had this week, and they both killed it. New champion Valkyrie.
Yes, sir. Again, I think the match delivered, the build up, the hype to it was solid. It made a lot of sense, and I know deep down this was Becky's idea
Yeah,
to bring up another uh, up and coming superstar, and
yeah,
I guess she they have their connection,
yeah,
even though they don't. They have the passing connection because they
yeah,
train in the same place, but they were not there at the same
yeah.
time. You know what I mean?
So
So,
she like kind of followed her footsteps and shit.
mm, yep,
I really like the storyline they gave, and they actually gave you time to actually rehash the story right before the match and everything. So I think they did a good job with that. The presentation of it was great. But just seeing Becky working with these girls and actually really elevating them is what you really want from the time that she's had that NXT championship. You want her to elevate people, and I think she elevated every single person NXT wise, or even just on main roster wise too with Tegan Knox and Indy Hartwell, they probably gave them their best matches that they had so far.
that, that's true. And I
So,
like the surprise victory of it. It was a counter
yeah,
to the manhandle slam,
yeah.
so it was like, oh, okay, okay.
Could
Everybody had the shock face,
yeah.
so there you go.
Could you had Becky with the title a lot longer? Yes, easily. But I think Becky's needed in the main roster for a lot of the things there. And then honestly, I wouldn't mind her working with some more of the NXT girls too because I think it benefit them so much. Like I wish you worked with some of the other ones too, like Gigi that needs work and Lola Vice that needs work, and like the ones that need work, I wish they work with the main roster more, like Nikki
Well,
Cross, like Natalia, like shit like that.
I would say don't put her with like don't put Lola in the category with them because I think she's like in terms of time to need like
No, she's still new,
any
yeah,
type of spotlight, she needs more time. Like
yeah, I agree with
just
that.
based on how long she's even been there. Gigi's probably one of the ones that could have definitely worked with
Yeah,
somebody like Becky.
yeah, GG,
Uh,
hundred
Blair
percent.
Blair Davenport also because she's bad and Becky was good. Like she could have been another person to have a little fight with her.
Yeah, I
Like
would agree with that.
I think those girls, even JC, I
JC
think
Jane
needed
could
some.
learn. Yeah, JC
Yeah.
Jane. I would have loved to see Tiffany and Becky go one more time. I think they had great chemistry. I would have liked to see Becky versus Roxy. Roxanne
Yeah,
Perez,
that would have been good. That'd have been good.
maybe even Cora Jade, and I think she's been out for a bit. So that's another
Hmm.
person that they probably could have benefited from working with somebody like that.
Yes,
So
we'll see.
we see her
But
pictures, but she hasn't been on wrestling.
also the thing is, I think after she had a chunk out of her arm, and she had to wrestle like the week after,
Yeah,
I think she needs some time.
yeah,
I think she needs some time for that to heal. So I think that's probably another factor into it
yeah.
because
That's true.
don't want to freaking kill a woman. Let
Yeah,
her rest up.
exactly, exactly. Lady has a daughter. And also shout outs to Zawa stealing the Heritage Cup. It was great.
Yes, sir.
He just
Yep.
walked in and took
That's nasty.
it. NXT Halloween Havoc Night One. What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it an A minus. Again, I'm gonna give it A minus. I felt differently though, even though the matches weren't that great. I
Yeah,
feel like they worked hard on the presentation,
yeah,
and so that's kind of one of the things I mostly was interested in,
yeah,
and it they pulled it off great. And I
uh,
think some of the heavy lifting from Shotzi and Scarlett was it was appreciated.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I'll say the breakout star matches. I think could have been more like highlighted in a way, but I thought those matches weren't that great. One was better than the other, but they both weren't. They both had their issues. Um, I like the fact that the card was dominated with the women's matches, and it was like mostly a women's card, and I actually love that. I actually like the fact that they were able to do that with no problem, without you people knowing. Um, but Becky Valkyria stole the show. That match was fantastic. The tag team championships, that match was amazing as well. That's probably the best match the family has had, period. So that match was worked really well. So I'm gonna go B plus. No, I'm gonna go B just because the breakout tournament I don't care about, and they're not making me care about it that much. So I would like to see more folk like at least in the finals to really tell their story before their match, and actually I really hope they have a good match.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be my only gripe if it was like the lack the and then the GG and Davenport that match wasn't that good, and sadly it was not good. So, and I expect a little bit more from them too, because I think they both
Yeah.
are good. It just I think they just don't clash really well together, and it's fucked up because they actually have indie matches together that are really good.
Well, I probably think that the gimmick of the match didn't help.
Yeah, that too.
That's probably
It
what it
wasn't the
was.
smartest gimmick either. Yeah, I agree. All right, AEW Dynamite. We kick off with MJF versus Juice Robinson for the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
Versus the honeycomb gremlin, Juice Robinson.
He does look like the honeycomb gremlin.
Yes, he does.
He's gonna be the honeycomb gremlin for the rest of his life now. That's what we're
Uh,
gonna call him.
if he
Honeycomb.
if he was in tune with the internet, he would that would have been his costume. I swear. Because I started seeing it pop up, and I was
Just
like,
his
"Oh my
face.
god, yeah, he does look like that."
Yeah, he
Come
does.
out with a box of honeycombs.
Good
Oh
match.
man, I thought it was solid, but listen, I'm getting a little tired of the MJF superpowers,
Yeah.
of him fighting too many people at once and still winning and slightly being hurt or whatever. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I would have preferred him lose that ring.
Yeah. I thought it
I
would be
would have
more
preferred
drama.
him. Yeah, I thought I didn't think it would have made no sense. I think it would have made more sense for
Yeah.
him to lose,
Yeah.
because then he would have had even more resentment and hatred towards the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Because now, and this is kind of, it's not my problem, but I see the direction they're going.
Yeah.
Because you see, after the match, what happened? All those tag teams came out.
Yeah.
And then Kenny came out. So he's
Mhm.
got so much business with all these other people. Now I feel like it's diluting the main feud he's
Yeah.
having.
Because then you also have Samoa Joe still there.
I mean, I don't know. I don't mind. With what they did show, I think Joe added to what they did show. So the decision that they did make to have all those people and then have Joe come out and be like, "I'll help you for a price,"
Yeah.
that made sense.
Yeah. He liked
But
money.
I just feel like if they had him lose the ring and have a little more focus just on the Bullet Club, it just would have been a better
Yeah.
decision in my book. So
I agree. I agree. You got Hook and RVD versus Alex Reynolds and John Silver. You
that
know
was a
who
bad
wins.
match. I like the match. God damn it. It's just that, yeah, we got that's almost a predetermined outcome.
Yeah.
that everybody who watches that everybody who watches AEW knows. It's just like, yeah.
They gonna lose.
Doesn't matter how good the match is. God damn it, they gonna lose.
Yep, yep. We did have like, was it before this or after? It was
I know
before
match
this. The
wise. Oh,
Sting
you
wise, the
talking
Sting
about
thing.
the which thing happened? Yes, thing.
So we had Tony Schiavone having a surprise, or Tony Khan having a surprise for Sting, and it was Ric Flair that came out and
It
sent
makes
some.
sense.
It was nice.
When you know the actual Sting history,
Yeah,
that's kind of like the person that makes the most actual sense.
100%. If it's not him, it's Hogan, and they don't want Hogan, so Flair is the best bet.
No, I mean in a different world it would have been like Great Muda, but whatever. He's
Muda,
already been featured.
yeah, Muda was there already. He tag teamed with him, but
Yes,
Flair is the Magneto to his Xavier, Professor Xavier kind of thing.
yes.
Yeah.
The man who constantly turned on him
Yes.
his entire career. Jesus. Yeah. I okay. So I'm not old enough to have seen that stuff when it happened,
Yeah.
but even just in passing, I have seen all the times Ric Flair has poked that man in the eye, turned on him in a match, hit him in the back with a bat
Yeah.
or a chair or a championship. Jesus, how do you trust him?
But then you also got to look at this thing and how many times he whooped his ass too.
This is true.
He had RoboCop on his side at one point.
This is true. You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
But you also had Christian Cage, probably the best heel in
Oh,
AEW right now. Just go evil on Sting
with
and Flair.
with the best line. If this was 20 years ago, you'd have been dead. He said, "There is no God," because if there was, you would have been dead 20 years ago. Jeez, God damn.
He's going to hell.
He doesn't believe in it. Clearly,
He's like, I'm here.
clearly,
We got the 6-man tag. We got the Hardy Party versus the Hung Bucks.
that was a great match. I got to give all the credit in the world. The Hardys and Brother Zay. I'm feeling that combo. I'm feeling a little sad for Mark Quinn missing
Yeah,
out. Rest up, heal up soon because I saw he was at Comic Con with them,
yeah.
but he's still out. But I got to give him credit, man. That
I
that
I
was that match had me looking and watching and paying attention the entire time, so it was good.
I'll suggest that y'all have to wear do rags.
I love it.
Let's go. The Hardy Boys with do rags with
I
him.
love it.
Let's go.
I love it. And you know what? I gotta give credit also to commentary because Taz was on point.
Yeah,
Taz was making some really funny jokes, and they were all just getting on each other during that. That
yeah,
it was a good match. It was
yeah.
a good match.
All right. We got and then we have Hikaru Shida versus Ruby Soho, AEW's Women's Championship match. This match, I've seen them do better. I it wasn't a bad match, but I've seen them have better matches.
Yeah, I could honestly say after what just put it in context after the match I just watched,
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling it as much as that match. Not at all. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It just wasn't hitting the same way. Now, it's not to say it was bad, no, but it just something was missing, maybe some intensity or what have you, but it just wasn't hitting the same way.
Yeah. Shida wins on current champ, and then they announced a 4-way that will determine a number contender for Collision.
Yes, sir.
And then our main event was the Blackpool
Oh,
Combat.
we
Oh,
forgot
God.
Tony Storm
Oh yeah, Tony Stark popped out.
at the top of the ramp.
Yep, yep.
I think that's the first time we got introduced to Luther as her
Yes.
was
The
Butler,
short the during the
the
commercial
fixer.
break they
Yeah, the
did the
commercial break
short.
had Luther.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So Luther is with her now.
I like that. I'm not upset.
Okay. And then our main event was the Blackpool Combat Club versus Orange Cassidy and Okada.
That was a good match.
Very good.
I didn't think it was gonna be that good. They delivered, dude.
Yeah,
I
they
thought it was
delivered.
great. But it was great. Now I pray it's in character. I hope they is not once again hurt for
Yeah,
real.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So
I do too. But yes, really good match, and I kind of want to see a one-on-one with Claudio versus Okada.
yes, sir.
That needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
AEW Dynamite, what you give it?
I'm gonna give it a B plus. This week's was good. I thought all the matches that I highlighted just now, I thought they were very good.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna go B. I'm gonna go B. Some of the little things, kind of issue. Like again, like we have predictable matches coming in and out. But other than that, I liked the end match. I liked the Sting promo, the Sting stuff, and yeah. So I go B. We go to Impact did not have a show this week. It was kind of a highlight show of the year, so I don't think they're gonna have a new show until January. Then they go back to TNA. So it was
okay,
news on Bound for Glory, but definitely check out Bound for Glory. It was actually a really good pay per view. I'll say the Will Ospreay versus Speedball, Mike Bailey was well worth the watch. I had my issues with the main event. I had my issues with Mickey James and Trinity, but that match, Speedball and Osprey, amazing. The
okay.
Monster Ball match was hilarious too,
Gotcha,
and
gotcha.
fucking mean. Moose like power bombed him on
Mm.
cement. That's not cool.
You
That's
said?
not cool. Moose power bomb freaking PCO on cement, like cement
Oh,
bricks.
Jesus,
Ouch, and it broke. So like, ow.
Jesus. He's not human.
Yeah, man, he human, but he feeling that shit today. He's feeling that shit the next day. He in pain. That hurt me watching that shit. So we go to Friday Night SmackDown, and we kick off with the contract signing of LA Knight and Roman Reigns. I loved this segment, though.
The disrespect.
I loved it all.
That was so good. That was so good. I don't think anybody's ever really done that on a level like that before. That was so good. I just gotta put that out there.
Sucker and
The
sucker the cash.
disrespect. Just everything, dude. Everything. Um,
Last week you said that was the best promo from LA Knight. I think this week's was the best promo from LA Knight to Roman Reigns.
I don't remember saying it, but if I did, I believe this was the best one. Yes, yes.
Nah, it was really good, and how he just did everything. How he interrupted his team. How he took the freaking head of the table of the thing, and bro, when you see Heyman trying to turn the table and everything, like everything worked perfectly with it within the
Oh, that
conversation between
reminded
them two.
me. That reminded me. I saw the sign this week. Somebody brought it up again. The sign from WCW, and it was Goldberg eats corn the long way. And so when Roman flipped the table like that, I
Yeah,
said in my head, Roman flips tables the long way because the table was the long way since he was on the side.
yeah.
In my head, I was dying laughing.
I'm
So
excited. I'm very excited for this match.
that was a very good just opening to SmackDown.
Yeah,
Like it was a lot of stuff. That was, dare I say, that was like Attitude Era type deal
yeah.
where he was just antagonizing him so much.
Nick Aldis looked like he going like fuck. I'm gonna have to body slam somebody.
Nick Aldis was like, he was like, bruh, what you just did was dirty. I gotta go. He said, my duties here are officially done. I must leave now.
Yes, he's like I ain't.
My planet needs me because
It
y'all
was
about
good.
to fight.
It was very good. It was very good. We got Carlito and Santo Escobar versus the Hurt Prophet. I'm not calling him Street Prophet. They're the Hurt Prophet until I find another
New
name.
music, new music.
What do you feel about the music?
If it's the attitude, I
Okay.
they need it. You know who looks good? Dawkins.
Dawkins look like Goldust.
Dawkins with that leather on and the gloves.
He
He
look
looks
like
like he's ready for some badassery.
he looked like
Montez still
Goldust.
looks too good guyish. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. He hasn't really
That's what
changed
I
his look.
feel. Not really.
No, it has them
But
fully.
Dawkins looks ready for business. I'm feeling the turn up on Dawkins. The theme fits him.
Yeah,
But I will say in ring, uh, you are getting a more aggressive Montez Ford, more
yeah,
braggadocious. So it's just his gear that looks too good guyish, if I will.
yeah. I thought Dawkins looked a little like Goldust.
I can see it, but the
Yeah,
yellow is good. The yellow is good. The yellow is yellow enough.
yeah. Good match though.
Good match, and I thought it made sense this time for them to lose like that, cause Logan Paul
Yeah,
clocked Rey Mysterio in the face.
and then
One punch, he said. One
and then
punch.
they ran to the back.
Yep. And Santos said, "I'll take it. I got this, Chief." No, you don't.
Nope.
No,
Chauncey
you don't.
versus Chelsea Green.
She earned that one. I was surprised. I, I'll be honest with you. I was surprised that JC Jane didn't come and mess with her because of the feud that she started on NXT.
Yeah.
Um, but Shotzi pulling double duty. I
Yep.
like it.
Well she
Eh,
just did makeup work in the other show.
listen, being a host,
Yeah,
you
that's
or
true.
I, we are not skilled enough to do that right now
Yes.
on Halloween Havoc. She was doing work. So congrats to Shotzi.
There you go.
She's out here killing it, and she got her own month basically because she has a she. You got to remember, she also had a show going on this entire time. Her and Scarlett. So
Yeah.
she's been doing really big things.
Yep.
And
Yep.
once again, coming out there like the damn wastelander. I ain't messing with Shotzi, man.
Yep.
She
With
might eat you.
leopard print Wastelander.
She might eat you. Mm-mm.
Blue lipstick.
She is dangerous.
You got John Cena's promo on Solo Sakura. Gonna leave into match at Crown Jewel. I liked it. Too. That was good.
I like it because they're hyping up. Because in this way, hyping up John Cena like this is hyping up Solo.
Hmm.
Because making the match seem hard and making it seem must win
Yeah.
is actually making John Cena look like a underdog.
Looking like a peach. I'm
I mean, I mean,
You haven't won the
he's looking
match.
like he's looking like old man Cena. They trying to paint him like old man Logan right now. He's
Yep.
like he about to
Viejo.
get killed in the desert. Watch out.
Viejo Cena. I was actually excited for this match when they did the promo back and forth. Dragon Lee versus Cedric Alexander. Shout outs to
I
WWE giving a video package for Cedric.
give Cedric a chance. Do you know what? So speaking of Johnny Gargano and his music, Cedric's music is one of the themes that I feel it added emotion to his character.
Yeah, I like this theme. I don't like the new one.
I don't like the new one at all.
It,
It now it sounds generic when everybody else has that style of music.
yeah,
Every other brown person, I should say, has that style of music.
I liked his theme a lot. I thought it really fit him. I would like that theme back too.
It
So
didn't fit him when he was in the Hurt Business, to
yeah,
be honest.
yeah,
To
no, it
be
makes
honest.
sense. Yeah, yeah, but then again, he kind of went out with the Hurt Business music as it is anyway.
Yes. So now that he's not with them and doesn't have that, it kind of is like
Yeah,
um and like I told you about commentary not mentioning his achievement of being tag team champion. He's
yeah,
a former tag team champion
yeah.
with Shelton Benjamin.
And
Just
cruiserweight
because they don't
champ.
want to say his name. Say that again?
And cruiserweight champ.
No, cruiserweight they said,
Oh, they did.
but
Okay.
they didn't say tag team. I was like, but he was in the Hurt Business.
What's
What happened?
Shelton Benjamin.
Benjamin. So that made me a little angry. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, man, how you trying to erase Shelton from the record books now? Get the fuck out of here.
yeah. There was like a couple themes I wish they never changed. Like Ali's theme too was another one that I really liked, and I hate when
Yeah.
they changed it. But
I like Ali's like the other thing, but his first one again,
yeah,
that was heart and soul, literally
yeah.
those two guys.
That was so good.
So
Such a good promo. Damn, I think about it now. That was fucking a hell of a promo between them two.
yep, yep,
Heart and soul. Damn, that
yeah.
was a fucking good promo. I'm thinking about it now. That shit got me hyped. I might have to
I
watch
mean,
that today.
not for nothing. It was also you think about the moment that he got hired. It was like that playing on that actually was the right thing though.
Yeah,
Because that was actually kind of a touching moment where, yeah, he got hired because of the fans and how good he was in that match.
Yeah. All right. So my only gripe with this match, well, so Dragon Lee's entrance, I liked what NXT was doing with the Titantron being up front, and not him being like not being out like pushed out, and then you seeing him coming out. I liked it when the Titantron was on the screen, and then you saw the video going, and then then he came out to the.
Yeah, that's right. They had an effect for him.
I
That's
don't
right.
like that. I don't like how they did that. So I was like, you got to go back to what NXT was doing, because I thought the presentation of it was a lot better.
Yeah,
The
it was
the theme
simpler,
is
but
dope.
yeah, it was simple. It was simpler, but it fit him. It fit his
Yeah,
just who he was more.
yeah.
Yeah, I
I
get that.
dug that. So, but really good match. Good start on SmackDown with a first win on Alexander, and that was actually a great match. So,
hmm I hope they do run it back.
yeah, me too.
I
Yeah.
hope they do a series with them or something. Get a few more guys in there.
Bianca Belair promo.
See,
She back.
hold on. Before we even go,
Yeah,
this is where Tozawa should be at. He
yeah,
should be fighting them, those
yeah.
guys. Like Dragon Lee's next opponent should be Tozawa, and Tozawa shouldn't be a joke. That's what it should be.
Maybe we get a cruiserweight title.
I'm just, yeah, I'm just saying.
You got the talent. You got a lot of
Light a
talent that's
fire.
under 200 pounds, like around the 205 mark. With technically,
Get Axiom in it. I'm just saying, the way they were oohing and on
yeah.
for Cedric and Dragon Lee, if you put Axiom in there, you would blow the roof off. That dude is
Axiom,
nuts.
Tyler Bate. You could put Pete Dunne back in that
Nathan
division as
Frazier.
well.
Nathan
Santo
Frazier.
Escobar,
Yeah.
Nathan Frazier. You got shit. You still got this dude, Reggie
What was his name? Scripps.
Scripps
Yes.
and shit like that.
Scripps.
So like you have a lot of like talent that you can work a cruiserweight title division, especially if you're going to run these guys through NXT. A lot of the times you could actually make it between NXT and SmackDown.
That's true.
Have it like Nick Aldis makes it exclusive to NXT and SmackDown
Yeah, that's true.
because he's trying to fuck over Raw. So there you go. That's some way to do it. Oh, it's only on SmackDown. Ha ha ha.
Mm,
But very good match. Very good match.
very good.
Bianca Belair's promo pretty much gets straight to the point. She wants to end damage control, and she's going for them, pretty much. So
I mean, she has 150% of a reason to go after them. So let's get that started. And she has her match,
yep,
her crown jewel rematch, and she has Bailey coming up this week.
yep, yep.
I lo- I I'm just gonna put this out there. The one stumble she had at the end, I think it was because she knows there's three members, but she couldn't say Dakota Kai.
she gonna say,
She said two, and I'm
yeah.
like, but there's three, but she couldn't say Dakota because she's out. So I'm like,
She could have
that's
still
pretty
beat
funny.
her ass or
I
threaten
mean,
her.
I mean, you
She said, "When you healed, the ass whooping coming for you
know,
too." And then our main event was LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. Oh, shout outs to Jimmy Uso. He's been
Jim
fucking
Uso, Jim
Jim
Uso.
Uso. He's been fucking hilarious. He's been
Yes,
having
sir.
me fucking
I
laugh.
like
Like he does a lot of
I
these
like that
little.
people have been paying attention.
And
I
then
like that
even during the
because his
match,
stuff, because his stuff is more character work that you have to like pay attention to.
yeah,
Like listen to what he's saying sometimes and
all
how
his
now he's the QB.
all his play calling and shit. Like, oh, I'm injury
But
reserve. No, I'm not in injury reserve no more. I'm good. Let's go.
but but also how Roman knows what he's saying because
Yeah,
they all play football.
yeah,
So I love how that works. Like he's not speaking gibberish or
yeah.
nonsense. It's just he's in such a character right now. The slap, the little fall, the stuff he said to AJ. People are picking up on all the little
Yeah.
Jim isms.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
just
to call them.
hilarious. It's great. And then he was like, "He's cheating. He's cheating. Look, he's cheating."
He cheating.
SmackDown, where you give it?
I gotta give it an A.
Me
I
too.
want to know. You know, what, I'm gonna give it A plus because the whole beginning was gold.
Yeah,
That was too good.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I gotta go A plus. It was that was excellent. Um, I did watch Rampage.
Okay. I
Good.
Rampage had the four way, right?
Yes.
I watched the four way. That was it.
Yes, and Mike Santana versus Ortiz. Ortiz looked like
Okay.
my uncle in the in the 80s. And Santana looked like a Uso.
That's pretty funny.
Yo, straight up. Look at any Puerto Rican dude in the 80s. They look just like him. With the
Damn,
little
that's tough.
fro, the white beater.
Uh
Exactly. That's the look. And then the little pencil mustache.
huh.
I'm just it was a good match. I wanted this to be on a better stage and a stronger stage, but it was a good match. I wish they actually gave this match to Dynamite and actually built that story because they actually had a legit story, like a real fucking
Mhm.
story, and you could have told it. I thought they did a good job in their match. Um, Again, I still say like again the counting out on like finishing too many times. Like I feel like that should just be for pay-per-views and not regular shows. So I think there's ways to work around that. Um, Shout out to again Corbin. Listen to his podcast with Chris Van Vliet. He actually explains that,
Mhm.
but it's
Mhm.
like it makes it more important when you don't kick out like that.
Yes. Yes.
But it was a good match. Then you got Sky Blue, Willow Nightingale, Anna Jay, and Abaddon. And a fatal four-way for number one contendership for the women's title. And
Mhm.
Abaddon wins because it's Halloween.
I
Yeah,
wish it wasn't just that, but I'm happy she won.
yeah.
That's all I have to say.
It was okay.
I thought it was okay. I don't think AEW has the best match to make it over to me.
Yeah,
It's not a tag match, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But the right person won.
yeah.
I mean, I also wouldn't have minded Willow, but she's been on a roll. She'll get there
She's also in
from
the
here.
story right now with the whole Anna Hart with
Her
the
and
heart.
Sky Blue
Yeah,
in the
Sky Blue,
story. Yeah.
Miss Scooby Doo.
Technically, Anna Jay also is only one who isn't is the person who only gets to be on the show during spooky season.
Yeah, the only time. The only time. But shout out to her
She's
spawn look too. Her spawn look was dope.
yeah. Yes, it was awesome.
And then I
And
mean,
shout outs to Ada.
yeah,
Somebody pointed out something. We'll talk about it when we go to Collision.
yeah. Kyle Fletcher and Takashita had a match on Rampage. That was the main event. It was a no
Okay, I need to see that.
contest. They were able, Fletcher attacked Takashita and Hobbs, and the chair went flying. It kind of went to a DQ, and Kyle's was like, "Stop!" and that's his guy and all that stuff. And so they all kind of all back together. Riff. Roll, but yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs like destroyed him. There you go.
Oh, Powerhouse Hobbs. You say he was on the show?
He destroyed him. Tyler Fletcher.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'll give Rampage a B a B. It was solid. The Santana Ortiz was good. The four way was alright. Main event, I think Takashita. I think everyone should have a painting and not the way they have how they have their Chinatron, because that's so generic looking. So I'd rather everyone have like that painting that Don Callis has, and each one has a
Yeah.
different painting as their Chinatron.
Mhm. Mhm.
That would be kind of cool. All right, we got Collision. Um, we kick off with why is this not moving? Jay White versus AR Fox.
Nah, remember I did not see Collision except for one match.
Okay. This was a solid match. Good back and forth. Jay White wins. You kind of know who's gonna win because
Yeah.
AR Fox just
Mhm.
became the jobber of heels now. So if there's a heel fight, he's the jobber. Then you had the boys versus the Guns. Dalton Castle's the
Okay.
boys,
The
and
boys.
it was a fat. It didn't last long.
Mhm.
It was like less than a commercial break.
Was it at least fun? Because I know the boys are they
Then
have
there was not much
characters.
happen.
Oh, they didn't get to do much.
Nah, they didn't do
Ooh.
nothing.
Ooh.
You have Fright Night fight for the women's championship. You have Hiro Shida versus Abaddon. Shout outs to Ada Wong for Akira Shida, and then Abaddon was Spawn.
Somebody pointed out that, and it makes so much sense now, that the reason she was Ada was because she had to fight a zombie.
Yeah,
I was like, oh damn, that makes so
that
much
yeah,
sense.
totally
Uh,
fun.
that was a solid
She
match.
had a
I
she had
think,
a strap on her leg too.
yeah, I mean, she was gonna pull out. She's gonna pull out. She's gonna start busting. Um, I think it was a solid match, but I did notice how disappointed the crowd was that there was no Legos or thumbtacks.
Mm.
Because every time the girls picked up one of the pumpkins
Yeah,
that was hollowed out, you could hear the crowd go, oh, because they thought they were going to
yeah,
pour out tacks or the Legos or something.
they got nothing.
Whatever was hard. And when Abaddon pulled the candy out, you could hear the arena deflate. And I was
Yeah,
like, damn, that's messed up. That's messed up.
I don't give her diabetes.
And I think that the pumpkin on the head was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You got Samoa Joe versus Reed Titus for ROH TV title. Samoa Joe wins. You have Ricky Stark versus Dak Hardwood. I wish this was a better match. It was not that great. Um, and then you had all the 6-man tags all kind of go beat each other up. So you had the return of Roosh, Preston Vance, and Draslico. They came
Hmm.
back. They did the save for FTR, and then they all kind of
Oh,
like
really?
and then they all kind of like stepped up to each other. House of Black was there and all like that. So it was just the match could have been better, but like it was just too much shenanigans. I think one thing I will say with Collision and what it felt like they tried to put so much shit into this one show, and there was not enough things that you will remember.
Hmm. Okay.
I
Okay.
feel like they stuffed it a lot, and a lot of the shit you're not gonna remember.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And then our main event was, well, we had Claudio in a jobber match. He pretty much just beat the shit out of somebody, like legit, like just European uppercut the shit out of him like 10 times, and then he got the pin. Like
Damn.
all European uppercuts, not one that was not a European uppercut.
Gotcha.
And then you got MJF versus Kenny Omega, AEW World Championship on the line. My only complaint with this match, and I'll say this straight out, is the fact that if you're going to have matches like this, buy out the commercials. Do not have commercials during them, because I think they had a power bomb into a table during the commercial break,
I saw it. It looked mean.
but it's during a commercial break.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you
Mm-hmm.
gonna do that during the commercial break? That's
Yeah.
supposed to be on TV. That's supposed to be on my big screen, not the fucking little square I get during the commercial break.
Yep.
And that's something that I will say, like the AEW does, that annoys me. If you're gonna have these caliber matches, wait for a pay per view or pay for those no commercials.
That's it. Do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Do it.
But that's the
Shout
only
outs
way.
to
Yeah,
shout outs to Kenny. He had a Halloween costume as well. He
yeah,
was they pointed out it was the feathers. People were saying Bret Hart, but you
yeah,
can see the feathers.
yeah.
That's from the girl from Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
6 Manon. That's the
Oh, okay.
character he plays too.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
He lost the ring.
He lost the wing.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And it made
Well, he
sense.
has to be the. He still has to be the one winged angel.
Yeah, yeah, it
So.
made sense. But he just stared at the ring on the floor. He was just like, "Oh
Yep.
shit." So it made sense. It was a good match though. Very good, very high flying. I think Kenny Omega has to be in this level all the time. Like this is where you should have him at, and not just doing random tag matches all the time. Match was really good. You did get shenanigans with Don Callis, kind of screwing Omega over. MJF wins the match, and that's it. The end of the match. Collision, I'll go B as well.
Okay.
Cause
Okay.
I just felt like it was just too crowded, and I feel like some of those stuffs you could have just have you could have just gave matches a little bit more time, or just have a bit more balance. But that main event shouldn't have not had commercials. Because again, a power bomb through a table is a big thing, and you don't
Also,
want that
I
during
I,
a
I
commercial.
gotta give MJF some props for him shouting out Creator Pro.
Yeah, Brian Myers, student. All right, we go to the podcast we listen to. So I did shout out Chris Van Vliet had Baron Corbin. It was a great listen. I recommend everyone listening to. He talks about a lot of stuff with the business and like how protective he was of the end of days and how he saw it and things like that. And to this day, as long as his career was on, he only had one person ever kick out of it. So he talks about how important are these finishers and how they should be the finish and that's it, and then they should not be kicked out unless it's like a special person kind of thing.
Mhm.
But he had a really good conversation. I recommend it. It was really good. Yeah, Nick Aldis on After the Bell. That was really good.
Yeah, I heard that one. That was a good conversation. He was on Busted Open as well.
He
Another good
was. I didn't listen
conversation.
to that one.
Mhm. He was there with Mickey
Oh, nice.
because she's like in a.
Yeah, she's one of the hosts. Right?
Mhm.
You had shout outs to the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. They always have updates on the new toys and everything coming out. They also talked about the TNA name back and everything like that. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. Did I listen to anything else? No, I did not. So yeah, those are the only ones I listened to. Did I catch up with one? Oh, I listened to the Carrying Cross one finally. Finished that one of Chris Van Vliet.
Okay.
That was
All right.
actually a good convo too. And we go to the wrestling retrospect and our next wrestler that we will pick. Let me check if we picked him yet. If we not, then I'm gonna go with him. All right, let's get him going. Cedric Alexander.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Let's go with him. All right, to wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Battle Podcast. Thank you for listening. And follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Twitch, all Merc with Mike. Also follow my TikTok of Merc with Mike and follow Red Cyclone Inc.
Yes, sir. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclonic, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and we got a WordPress. So check it out.
Yep. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's hungry.